Toshka's ready. Me and Toshka are ready.
You're ready?
Yes. Toshka's still going to work.
Yeah, she's got to go to work.
Yeah, I am just gotta go to school.
And you have to go to school.
Yeah.
Today we got a new issue. I've been talking about putting up some trellis work for the grapes and the passion fruit, and I sat down on the computer, I designed something, now I need to get the wood for it, and it's a lot of wood. I want to do it in 1x1 cedar, and I need 57 6-foot pieces and 18 8 or 10-foot pieces, preferably 10 feet if possible. So I need to get 18 10-foot pieces and 57 6-foot pieces. So we're going to take a look, see what we can get. I've come here for a while to pick up wood for different projects, and it's a really great place. If you look, there's cedar, there's mahogany, there's, you name it, it's here. We want cedar, and he's working out what we need. And hopefully we'll just come back and pick it up later. We can get all the cedar we need cut into the 1x1 pieces that I need for about $70 US, give or take. Not bad. Now, of course, after that we have to take it back to the house, and I've got some stuff to do. Got to take the router to it. There's a bunch of things that need to be done. But the important thing is we ordered the wood. We'll pick that up later this afternoon. Good morning, everyone. I should have said good morning in the first pot when we were over at the lumber yard. But anyway, we are on the land finally. I'll admit I've been slacking, guys. Just kind of took a break. I needed a little time with the family. With my daughter starting her job, she went to work this week. My other daughter, we had a week between the end of regular school and the beginning of summer school. So I kind of took some time off. But we're back to it. We're back here. And let me show you a score that I made, because I tell you, it was a good find. And this is the kind of thing you need to keep your eyes open for. All right, now somebody clearly had an issue where they had too many aloe vera. We can use them. Look at all of these. We've got tons of them. There's probably 20. I want to say we've got 20 of these aloe vera plants. We are going to get all of these planted, and I don't know how many of them will actually survive. I don't even know how long they were sitting where they were when I grabbed them, but I just saw them sitting on the side of the road. So we grabbed them. We're going to put them to work. All of these aloe vera plants, we're going to plant them, and hopefully they will take root and grow. Understand, we use aloe vera a lot at the house. Auntie uses it all the time. We get enough of this aloe vera growing, you can put it to use. We've got 10 acres. Put them as part of the food forest, or on the outer edge of the food forest, the driest part of the land. If we put it there, it will thrive, and then we will continue to have a useful product in the aloe vera plants. These could have been sitting where they were for several days. So what he's going to do is clean these up and make them ready. We're going to get fresh sections, get them ready so that when we plant them, there's a better chance that they'll take root. You can see when he pulls these leaves, we got a nice, solid, clean, healthy white spot there. That should give us new roots growing out of it. Since we're talking about aloe vera, let's take a look at this one. Now, this one may look like it's in rough shape because it's all brown on the outside edges, but let's take a closer look. As you get inside, right in here in the center, take a look at this. That is nice and green and healthy. The design of this food forest is real simple. We have the big trees in the back, and then smaller trees And then we've got these shrubs. This is a pomegranate, there's a guava, there's another pomegranate. We've got a guava and a pomegranate down there. The point being, what we're going to do, where these grasses are starting to take over, it's not a good sign. We need to clear this up, but I want to put some of the aloe vera along this stretch. Now, since we're here, we're going to take a quick look at kind of everything. Right now we're standing in the zone 4 timber, and unfortunately we kind of let this get out of control. Some of this area we've got grass taller than I am, and the problem with that is the trees aren't taller than I am. So the trees are kind of in trouble. Now where I'm standing, the trees look really good, but if you look over here, this area here, the grass is super tall. I'm very fearful that those trees have been crowded out. Now it's going to take us a little time to get in here and clear all this grass, but we do have a plan for that. While we're here, let me show you some of the trees that we've got, because we've got a bunch of trees that do look really good. We're going to start with our latest addition. The latest addition are these teak. We planted 10 of these teak, and so far I haven't found one that's dead. They do look all right. They're only been in the ground a couple weeks, so we need to be careful with them, especially this time of year. It's very hot, it's very dry, so they need a little extra attention, but I'm reasonably confident that these will take root and do all right. They've only been in the ground for a few weeks, and they look pretty good so far. For the opposite side of the spectrum, take a look at this. This is an ebony, and this ebony is basically as tall as I am at its peak. If you straighten this out, it's actually taller than I am. So this ebony is beautiful. Now right here we have a beautiful mahogany. This mahogany is about 4 feet tall, give or take, but it's beautiful, it's straight, it's healthy. This is perhaps the best specimen we've got right now. This mahogany is over 7 feet tall. It is one straight stem, no offshoots. It needed a little pruning early, but look at how good it looks now. Over 7 feet tall. By the time this grass were to grow back, this tree would be towering above the grass and should be able to survive. We still need to take a little more time. I want to see these trees 15 feet or so before I kind of let this place just go wild. When I talk about letting this go wild, I don't mean to just completely ignore it. This is still going to be a managed timber forest, but we're going to let a lot of it just kind of happen. I will eventually bring chickens in here, and we will allow chickens to free range in this entire area. They'll actually do a lot of the maintenance for us, but we can't bring chickens in now. These trees are too small and they're not really established enough. But eventually we'll be able to bring chickens in here, put a chicken coop in, fence the place off, and the chickens will be able to free range out here, and they will do a majority of the work. But for now, we still need to do some maintenance. We need to keep the grasses down enough, and we need to keep the trees pruned so they suit their purpose. And their purpose is timber harvest eventually. So we're going to, at some point in the future, 20, maybe 30 years from now, come in here and clear all this stuff and harvest this wood. But for now, we need to get these trees established. Here's a good example. Another beautiful looking tree. Now this one needed some pruning, still needs a little pruning, but it's not bad. This is a silky oak, it's about 5 feet tall. Again, we need it to be about 15 feet or so to make sure it outreaches all the problems that could come. We've got a real issue with vines that can take over and kill these trees. So we need to make sure that the vines don't get in and destroy them either. But a good looking tree. Nice, healthy, thick trunk, holding itself up well. Now the problem is we need to get a tree in between these two, because this tree here and that tree over there are 30 feet apart, and we can plant trees every 15 feet. So we need to get our smaller, slower growers in here to fill some of this space as well. Now I have started some seeds at the house for teak, and we're trying to grow. We need a lot of teak. We need a lot of ebony. We need a lot of teak. We are going to get another group of trees here. Like I said before, we're going to get some ebony. We're going to plant all those teak seeds, and on top of the teak and the ebony, we're going to get more mahogany, more silky oaks, and more cedars to fill this area. Once they're established, we can let this place kind of go, but it needs time to get established. I must have taken out the one of the bee suits. So we only have the one. We have my suit, and I don't have the other one. So that means that I'm going to be in the beehive alone today. We're going to bring this stuff over there, and then I'm going to have to do it myself, which, you know, I've done it before, no big deal. It's just easier with my back. It's easier to have someone help, and without a second suit, that's just not an option. So I'm going to have to get in there and deal with this hive myself. This hive was the weak hive. We moved it over here so foragers from this hive, from the other hive, would come here. So let's see what it looks like. I'm seeing activity outside at the entrance. And I'm seeing more activity. All right, we have in this hive, we have much more. All right, we got 9 frames here, so we're going to put another frame in, hopefully. All right, these bees aren't real happy with me, so let's take a look at what this looks like. We will put an empty frame in this one, I think. So far, it doesn't look bad. This must be one of those frames that we put in here. Most of this is hatched. Oh no, we've got larvae. We have fresh. All right, let's take a look. We have fresh larvae and capped brood. So this is fresh. We do have a queen in here. All right, so there's sign of a queen. We've got good capped larvae. We've got good larvae. We also have honey in here too. So the foragers are bringing back and making honey. All right, this hive is actually, it is growing. I'm not seeing any more wax moth, and I'm not seeing any more hive beetles. So it looks like this hive is starting to recover. It looks good. Considering how bad this hive was, I'm actually pretty happy with this. This hive has started to recover. It's bouncing back quite nicely. I have to admit, I'm real happy with the results. That hive was in big trouble last week. We had both hive beetle and wax moth in that hive. It was so bad we had to take out, we didn't even have a full set of frames in there. There were only 9 frames in there because it was in such trouble. However, now we were able to put in the 10th frame, and we were able to expand the other hive. So both hives are showing good results. Good growth, good results. Okay guys, that's it for tonight. We are done. The lumber yard was closed, so we couldn't stop there. So we're just home, and that's it for the night, guys. We're going to be back tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. We're going to pick up the lumber. We're going to get started building the trellis work. That's going to be a lot of that work we have to do here at the house. So we'll see how that goes. But that's tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow, guys. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow.